We all want to be strong, right? To stand up for what we believe in. But have you ever had that nagging feeling that in fighting for something, maybe you're tearing something else down? Today, we're going to walk that fine line, that absolute razor's edge between being bold and, well, being destructive. And we'll see how a little bit of empathy, it can change everything. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with a word you probably don't hear every day: truculent. Yeah, it sounds intense, right? It means being eager or quick to argue, just aggressively defiant. It's a really powerful word, and honestly, it sets the stage perfectly for the tension we're digging into today. And this quote, "Even calm waters have a storm waiting beneath them." Man, that just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that hidden turmoil that can lead to that truculent outburst. Someone might look totally calm on the surface, but underneath, a storm is brewing. And when that storm finally breaks, it's so hard to tell. Is this a necessary release of pressure, or is it just needless destruction? That's exactly the line we're here to figure out. All right, let's get right to the heart of it. Part one, the big showdown: boldness versus destructiveness. So here's the big question we have to ask ourselves. Can being bold, being courageous, speaking up, can it actually cross a line and become destructive? Can it do more harm than good? And the answer, as we're about to see, is a big, resounding yes. And this really breaks it down to the core difference, doesn't it? It all comes down to intention. Being bold is about the need to get through. You're clearing a path, making a point that needs to be made. But being destructive, that's going over the top. It's doing more than you should, causing damage just for the heck of it. And we've all felt this, haven't we? I mean, that exact moment when a healthy debate suddenly turns nasty. For people who are more sensitively tuned, and I think that's a lot of us, that shift feels like a punch to the gut. The whole energy in the room just changes, and all you want to do is get out of there. Okay, but what happens when we're the ones being destructive? When we're the ones lashing out? Well, this personal story really shows us how even in our absolute worst moments, we can find some totally unexpected kindness. So the story kicks off with that awful, sinking feeling of being a fraud in your own life. You're putting on that brave face, trying to pretend everything's okay, but you've got this nagging suspicion that everyone can see right through the act. I want you to picture this for a second. You're having one of those days where you just feel like a ghost walking through your own life. You're going through the motions, telling everyone you're fine, but inside, you're screaming. And then, completely out of the blue, a stranger, a total stranger, shows you a small act of kindness. A smile, a kind word, anything. It seems like nothing, right? But in that moment, it's everything. It's right then, when you feel most alone, that you realize maybe you're not. And the crucial point here is so powerful. It's that even when you feel like you are at your absolute worst, even in your destructive moments, kindness can still find you. It can break through. So how do we get there, right? How do we actually cultivate a kind of strength that is both powerful and gentle? Let's explore that path forward. And this is the ultimate question, isn't it? If we want to be effective, if we want to be heard and respected, how do we harness our boldness without letting it spill over and cause harm? So the path to what we can call constructive boldness seems to have three main guideposts. First, act with care. Simple, right? But so important. Think before you speak, consider the ripple effects of your actions. Second, practice delicacy. Now, this isn't about being weak, not at all. It's about being precise. It's using a surgeon's scalpel instead of a sledgehammer. And finally, maybe the most important and definitely the hardest one, make room for forgiveness. And this quote, wow, it really says it all. We are human and we will forget. So be sure to make room for forgiveness and resistance as we pass through this life. We are human. We're gonna mess up. We're gonna lose our tempers. We're gonna say the wrong thing. Forgiveness for ourselves and for other people. It's not a sign of weakness. It's just a sign of our shared humanity. Okay, let's land on a really powerful mental image here. Imagine you're holding a megaphone. That's your boldness, your power, your voice. It can be loud. Now, right next to it, imagine a single delicate flower. That's your kindness, your empathy, your capacity for care. See, true strength isn't about who can shout the loudest. It's about learning how to use your megaphone without completely destroying that flower. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. As you go about your day today, in your work, in your relationships, Just ask yourself, how will you balance your megaphone and your flower? How will you choose to be both strong and kind?